I am Mensa. I post a game every day until I reach 500 elo. I am currently rated 451. Okay, so we will get into some London moves and, as always, develop as much as possible. Get everything rocking and rolling. So I always like to put this pawn here before I start bringing this mountie out because it gets pinned, and also this knight, it prevents that from coming over. So we're going to start that move first because it looks like they're looking in over here. And I always got to watch this bishop because it gets attacked and I tend to neglect it a little bit. I shouldn't allow that to be how it happens. So the other mountie, if is able, will come here. Then we will get this bishop put to king 2. So for this bishop, we don't like to throw him out too far because it always ends up being a problem later. Stop for a minute. He is attacked. And if I retreat, then I have to take with the pawn if they take, and my rook would have an opening, and I can always castle on the queen side if my pawns get all messed up on the king side. So, yep, they took, so I will take this way, and my rook already is rocking for that. So next we want to bring our bishop here and our queen probably here. We'll castle on the queen side. And our rooks can start thinking of getting doubled. And we'll see, obviously, if they castle on the king side. Their knight came out to there. And if they go there, my bishop will be able to think about taking if I want to, because what else would they like to go? Maybe here, but that's not a very safe square anyway. So if I take, they got a pawn there, and I can't put my queen here right now, and I can't put the queen anywhere to get into castling. So if I do that move, then I end up where there's a pawn here, and I can move my queen and continue with what I want to do. I can also put the queen here, and it will be automatically attacking that pawn, which is right now undefended. So we will, I think, right there. They will obviously have to defend it. And we can get castled over here next move if possible. But so now if I take that pawn, then I gotta think about that as well, because my castle right now, I'm on there, and this knight, if he takes this, and I'm castle, we gotta look at what it'll be attacking. And he could also take back with the queen, so I'm gonna actually take that pawn first because there's nothing that can take me back. So I don't like my queen to be where she can be attacked. She could always be retreated. And castling hasn't happened yet for either one of us. Now this knight is looking pretty good to take, so they take that. Can't castle through there, okay. So if I take that and they take with the pawn, then I obviously have to move my queen. So I could also first bring my queen back, and that will be attacking this bishop that is undefended, and it is not attacking anything at the moment, so I think I will move my queen back before taking that knight. My knight is safe, and it looks like there's a little bit of a problem castling on either side for me, so now I'm attacking that, that's undefended. And they could go here with their, that isn't really good if they go, so they need to figure out how now to either move that bishop, which they have, and their bishop cuts right up there, so now the question is, should I just go on the king's side? Well, if I go on the queen's side, then I could get with these pawns. So if I take that now, then they take back. And what else have we got? That square for the queen would be attacking the king, and there would have to be something in the place. So if I actually take that, they have to take back. And okay, so if I castle, then they could take and they'd be attacking my queen where it is. And well, let's take the knight. We could still castle over here. And then we just have to move our king over another square. Well, no, not with that bishop. I gotta take maybe care of that bishop. Okay. So they've taken back with their queen. If I come here, no, I can't go there. If I go place with my knight, I don't like it on the rim, but if it's attacking that bishop, I take that bishop off, and they obviously can't take back with this pawn, though I would then be attacking that pawn with my rook. So this bishop is very problematic to me. And my queen is fine where it is. This is, if I move the knight here, it is protected only by the knight. The queen is attacking it. So let's have a look. My queen obviously can't come up here. This bishop is a problem. They're castling on the queen's side, and now if I castle on the king's side, I can get both my rooks right going to his king. So if I take that, they're going to take back, and if they take this way, I could also do some other thing. Let's find out if I castle now, do I really want to open where their rook is going to go? because I want to go on the king side now. And bring the rook over here so we can double them on this file, perhaps even attack the queen. And our queen is looking down here. Yeah, the queen can come over. So they've done that. Now, if I do that move, they would have a pawn there that would be supporting that one. And if there's a way I could attack that pawn. Okay. My knight stops anything right now, and their bishop is right now either having to go there or any of these, so I gotta watch. So let's get this rook over here. And now if the queen wants, I can put the queen here, and then I have the queen and the rook looking right down there, which could be very problematic because they have everything focused on my side. So if gotta watch their queen looking at things, she could be looking there. My knight is protected. She can't take any of these pawns. Everything seems really protected on my side for that. And material is equal. And I really would like to get my queen here. And if they decide to exchange, then I double my rooks quite easily. So they're looking exactly what. So I put my queen here still because it's the same sort of scenario. And I believe that threatens mate. Of course, if they push the pawn, then there would have to be something else done. We'll keep our king side safe by avoiding taking that so that, well, actually, if I take it, it does attack that rook, though the pawn could take it easily, and then they have an extra one there. I have my extra one, which I have quite a fortress for my king. I don't think much is going to be able to get in there. So we have the queen's going there. So if I take, they take back with the queen, and then I have the rook only. So if I put my rook here, I can double them. Because queen take, and no, a queen and a rook is not good for just a queen, obviously. So we'll watch that bishop, because if I would have put my rook there, that would have been disastrous. Okay. So now they have that happening. If I double my rooks, I think they have to get something else over there. If they put that rook up, let's see if there's a way I could get more. If they push that pawn. Okay, so that is on there. So that did not follow through. There needs to be more on that. So is there a place for my queen to go safely? Like if it goes, oh, I'm looking at the wrong diagonal again. So if it goes right here, it attacks the queen. They can't take with, if they take with that pawn, then I take their rook. Okay, so let's start getting maybe the queen put here, and that would be attacking the queen. They obviously can't just take back. I would be taking back no problem, and or take me, I should say. So if that pawn gets pushed and I take, then they open that area there when I take that. So have a good good defense over here, so I'm pretty good for that. I just have to make sure that they don't start anything. So if they push that pawn, now I can put my queen there, though nothing would be able to protect her taking that square. So I need something else over there. A knight. He could come over here. I think it just causes too much of a starting with that. Though if they focus over there, I think I have an advance on what I've got going on over here. So I've spent a lot of time, so I'm a little down in time. So if they take a little bit of time, which they didn't, they took a pawn, and they are attacking that there, and obviously that, and so I need a way to, if I take that right now, they have to take back with their rook, and I take back, and they can't take back with their king. So let's have, and I have a rook there, and if I put it there, well, I think this is very dangerous, and it's going to seem like I'm just saying, oh, I don't want my queen, but hopefully it's going to go right. Okay. So when I do this, they can't take back. And then the only thing is when I go, okay, they're there. Now, if I go here, they take me and have to be able to take back. And that might not actually, I didn't maybe think this out very good. If I take this, then I'm attacking that rook. If they bring that rook over here, I take it. Okay, so stop for a minute because actually if I take, oh, well, it doesn't matter. I'm taking their bishop. Okay. So they took with the pawn, and now the queen is attacking this. So if I could get my other rook into this, because if I take, they take, and then I can't take back. Okay. That wasn't a very good calculation by me. So if I go here and attack the queen, am I just taking all of what I've worked here for off? Perhaps, and perhaps not. If I can't move either rook off that file or one of them will fall. So let's attack the queen and then start thinking about getting over here depending on what happens. So attacking the queen, stop for a minute. Put it back where it was. Put it on the king. And okay, it's okay right now. So if I go here and they allow me to take it, then they just win my rook. So we have to do it so that it doesn't do that. Okay. And so now my king, he's pretty much safe there right now. Just we don't want anything happening that would be drastic. Okay, the queen goes there. So now if I go up here and attack the queen, well, then they would take my rook and then I can't take back. And okay, so I have the king cut off from this file. And if I could get my king over a little bit and doing a little bit more. If I start by getting this pawn up here. If I go here with the rook, then they push that pawn. And it's not attacked right now there, so I may have had something and I just got out of it, but I don't know. I didn't think it was looking very good. Obviously, the king would take back, so why did I even go there? That makes it where the queen can take. So right now, if I take, they have to take back with their king, and then we have a queen and a rook. We have a rook, so do that. Then I put them in check. And they have to either, okay, let's get that taken. They will be there. I put them in check. They have to stop hitting things. They have to go back to that square. And okay, well, I am not feeling like that's very good. Put it on the king, and I'm gonna get in time trouble. This is what's gonna happen. And obviously, I can't leave that rook there. So I've okay, so I probably shouldn't have done that if I could have kept it with the way it was. I was down and I went and exchanged my queen when I thought I had more and then it didn't work out. So thanks for watching. Bye.